long relationship and history with issuer, with Banca Transilvania. So happy to have you all here, dear guests from AIIB, from IFC și dragi prieteni și colegi de la Banca Transilvania. I will switch to Romanian now. După listarea hidroelectrică, care ne-a adus sigur foarte multă vizibilitate și ne-a pus pe o traiectorie foarte bună din punct de vedere al lichidității, din punct de vedere al importanței emitenților listați la bursă. Acum vedem Banca Transilvania venind către bursă cu o nouă emisiune de obligațiuni care sunt destinate să îi întărească structura de capital. Este a doua emisiune de obligațiuni listată la bursă de către Banca Transilvania. Prima a fost în 2018, aproape 300 de milioane de euro. Astăzi vedem a doua emisiune și ne bucurăm că Banca Transilvania vine din nou alături de Bursa de Valori București pentru a ne dezvolta împreună. Trebuie să spun că, uitându-ne în spate, banca este unul dintre susținătorii permanenți și vă mulțumim pentru asta, Omer, o companie care a crescut alături de which grew together with the Bucharest Stock Exchange. I think that out of the 29 years of history we have as the Bucharest Stock Exchange in the modern times here, 26th we spent together with, we shared, yeah, this is sounds better, we shared with Banca Transilvania. I think Banca Transilvania is one of the first private, newly born companies here in Romania which decided to get listed on the Bucharest Stock Exchange and to use Bucharest Stock Exchange as the platform for growth. Omer, thanking you for being here with us. I would also like to thank our colleagues from Banca Transilvania, and I name Luminița, Sergio, Diana, Ioana, Daniela, as you are also involved in the issuance of the bonds. Thank you very much, and I'm very happy to see you all here. Apart of that, we say hello to Marcelo from IFC and his team, Evren from AIIB. Thank you very much for being here, and we thank you for the trust you are having, of course, first on Banca Transilvania as issuer, but also on Bucharest Stock Exchange as a trading platform. About Banca Transilvania, a few words. Of course, we all know the issuer, 16 billion euros as market capitalization, one of the most traded stocks at the Bucharest Stock Exchange, one of the companies which supported the upgrade of the Romanian market at the emerging market status by FTSE. We are looking now at MSCI, and of course Banca Transilvania is going to be another piece in the puzzle which is going to push us forward. As I said, one of the most traded stocks at the Bucharest Stock Exchange, and of course looking at the communication with the investors noted with 10 by Arir through Vector platform. Thank you for being with us here. Thank you for trusting us, and I invite you to ring the bell to officially open the trading session.
Now it starts.
Omer, please.
So actually the microphone was taught for a person of my height, not your height. Thank you again for being with us here. Marcelo, Julia, Evren, Tanya, you made the trip until Bucharest during these hard days with all the transportation issues and so on, but also we are happy to be here after a historical moment. I cannot not mention Hydroelectrica's listing last week, so after that us coming to the market shows that Bucharest Stock Exchange is not a market of one-hit wonders. It's a continuous business. There will be more to come. Hopefully we will be continuously contributing to that. Being a bank listed whose capitalization increased almost 500 times since we had been listed. And also through BT Capital Partners, we are trying to bring Romanian capital markets to businesses as issuers, to households as investors. Likewise with BT Asset Management, whom you actually helped to establish from the very beginning. We are trying to bring the investment terminology to the households, to our companies, to our customers. And we are trying to prove that Bucharest Stock Exchange not only needs but also deserves the attention it gets in the last days. I would like to thank IFC especially for the continuous help in the last 20 years. I guess we did almost 20 projects, at least one project every year, including the last year, the Blue Loan. It's a premier, it's a pioneer transaction that we did. Now we are here together with our new partners. Hopefully it's just the first transaction to start with from AIIB. AIIB is also, although is not well known yet in Romania, it's the second largest development bank in the world. And their interest in Romania also proves that Romania is obtaining a better stage in world economy, in the financial markets. I would like to also thank again IFC as the facilitator, that they pushed us, they challenged us having this financing, which is actually capital for BT and the capital required for continuing our lending activity for our customers, for Romanian economy, much needed lending activity in Romanian economy, will be also a green mortgage loan. 90% of the proceeds will be used for green mortgages. The Romanian households, families definitely need new, efficient, adequate residences. And we all know that still we are struggling to bring this higher quality to them. But with the help of our new issuance, I'm sure that also green mortgages will become hype word in Romanian financial markets. I will switch also very briefly with my limited Romanian. Aș vrea să mulțumesc și colegilor noștri. A fost o muncă de echipă, sigur, pentru mine este o plăcere să fiu aici, să vorbesc, dar colegii de la bancă, colegii de la BTCP au depus eforturi imense pentru tranzacție, care tot pentru noi este o premieră. Și dacă ne considerăm evenimentele din piață în ultimii 6 luni, să venim cu un instrument de Tier 2 Capital Equivalent în piață cu succes, este o dovadă angajamentul nostru în fața României. Exact cum zicem de fiecare dată, dacă România merge bine, nouă ne merge bine și invers. Cu cota noastră de piață și implicarea noastră în economie, noi asigurăm continuitate, stabilitate în businessurile noastre, în lichiditate și capitalurile noastre, ca să putem să asigurăm continuitate și pentru țară. I would like to thank you again for your enormous support, and I'm sure that there might be also some questions later on from the dear invitees, but I would like to assure that this year, with the latest developments, our commitment is only bigger in front of Romanian economy and the transition to the green economy. We know our role, we know our responsibility. Sometimes we complain about that, but we also assume that. Thank you again.
Thank you, Mr. Tetic. Congratulations for this new bond issue, for your kind words, and for always being an active supporter of BVB's project. And now I'll pass the microphone to our international guests, the two investors outside Romania. And I will start with International Federation Corporation, IFC, Mr. Marcelo Castellanos, Regional Head of Industry Financial Institution Groups Europe.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. It is such a pleasure to be here, to be hosted by Rado, Adrian, the Bucharest Stock Exchange team in a very important moment. Congratulations on the very important milestone of Hidroelectrica and all the different activities that I know Rado is leading to make this stock exchange a bigger one and playing an even bigger role in the future. For me, it's really great to be here in Romania. For us, Romania is the most important country in terms of our operations in this Central and Eastern Europe region. We have about, as IFC, we have a total outstanding portfolio of $1.8 billion, and of that, a bit more than $1 billion is dedicated to the financial sector. Romania is not only a place where we do a significant portion of our program, but also it is the country in which we always try to do the new things, the most innovative structures, going into new asset classes. And as Omer just mentioned it, for example, doing the blue loan last year was for us a very important transaction because it showed that in Central and Eastern Europe we can do things that are the firsts in the overall European region. But obviously, in terms of the relationship that we have with Banca Transilvania, and I want to also thank Omer because he mentioned 20 years, and when I start measuring the relationship with some clients in decades, in this case 2 decades already, then it becomes a challenge for us to keep thinking about what else we're going to do together. And there may be some doubts, but I am sure that there will be new things that we will do in the future. So it has been a great partner. Thank you for that, Omer, over these decades. And I think that we have always seek to push the needle of the market in order to together demonstrate that Banca Transilvania is now a market leader, no? Because when we started working 20 years ago, Banca Transilvania was a regional bank, and it evolved to be the systemic largest bank in the country after that. And we feel that we have played a role, we have contributed with a small portion in that successful story. This transaction is for sure another milestone because we are moving forward with trying to green the financial markets in the region, in this case on the mortgage space, mortgage lending space, by supporting not only on the one hand, the transition to greener economies for the country, but also making housing more affordable, more convenient, and at the end of the day, more efficient for the Romanian people. Obviously, when we add that to the capital markets angle, we have the full package, because IFC wants to play a role in the development of the different capital markets, the large ones, the regional ones, and for that we need to keep introducing new asset classes, introducing or bringing in new investors to these transactions, which will allow us to further build the capital markets in every single sense of what is measured the development of a capital markets, mean volume, pricing identification, liquidity, everything can be considered as part of the different variables of success. No? In that sense, I want to thank Everend in representation of AIIB. We're working together, at least in my case, I have already done 2 or 3 projects together, and it is always a pleasure to work with you. And also, obviously, I want to thank the whole team and the arranger and the respective team. But special congratulations as well to my own team who work hard and who have been able to deliver on this very important project. So, thank you again. Going back to Romania, happy to be here. As you can see, I'm not able to speak in Romanian, but if we follow the very successful trend in this market, I think I will have to learn. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Castellanos. And now I will invite here in front of you Mr. Evren Dilekli, Principal Strategy Officer, Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank.
Thank you very much. This is a big excitement for me personally, also as an institution. We are very happy and excited to be here, and we thank a lot for the stock exchange for hosting us today. Romania became a member of AIIB in 2018, and this is our first operation in Romania, which proves our confidence for the Romanian economy and for our confidence for Banca Transilvania. I'm not new to Romania, but under AIIB head, Romania is our one of the first entrances in the East European markets. So it's a great start for us to start from a very sound country. We know also Romania has very significant efforts to achieve green transition in its economy, and supporting our members to achieve their environmental goals, climate goals, is a very important part of our mandate. So we are very proud to participate in this transaction, which supports decarbonization efforts of Romania, but at the same time provides affordable, efficient houses to the citizens of Romania. This project ticks so many boxes, it's very difficult to list all of them in one go. But we are also very happy to partner here with Banca Transilvania, which we once again realized that an institution truly committed to contribute to the Romanian economy in a very sustainable way, which is a big asset for us. And this project will further strengthen BT's capital and also help develop Romanian capital markets. So this is very important for us. As I said, this is the first time we are also working with Banca Transilvania, but we have full confidence that this project will play a milestone, will mark the first time of a long-term trusted relationship between AIIB and Romania and AIIB and Banca Transilvania. So I want to conclude my words by thanking first the authorities of Romania, because they have been very supportive and very appreciative of what we are doing so far, that they truly deserve a big appreciation. And also I want to thank our IFC counterparts. It's always a big pleasure, and we have always been working very efficiently and very smoothly with them, and we are also learning from their experiences of markets that we don't know much about. So big thanks to them. And also the Banca Transilvania team deserves a big thank you because of their high professionalism, open dialogue, and trust relationship they have established in a very short period of time. And my final thank you would be to Julia, who has spent days and nights working on this project. This is a special moment for me personally because of my previous involvement in Romania. So I will never forget this moment, and thank everybody who has contributed to this moment. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Today's listing was possible with also the support of BT Capital Partners, and it is my pleasure to invite here Daniela Secară, the CEO of BT Capital Partners. Daniela, please.
Good morning, everybody. Happy to be here. We are grateful and thankful for being part of the team involved in the debut of Banca Transilvania on the international market. But I have to say, it's nice to be home. It's nice to be home and have a listing under this program. So we would like to mention all the advantages of an EMTN program, under which, as Banca Transilvania did, attracted a lot of international investors, as we see it also today, and can have issuers have access to all these investors or stock exchanges. It's a pleasure to be alongside with IFC, not only a long-term partner of Banca Transilvania, but also of the Romanian capital markets. And we're hoping that to see them in future projects. And I'd like to add that AIB, welcome to Romania, and hoping to see you in other transactions on the capital market. Grateful for this day and happy that we could add another product of Banca Transilvania listed on the stock exchange. Thank you for your trust and hoping to see each other soon at the ring of the bell.
Thank you, Daniela, and congratulations to you and Vlad on the whole team. We know that there were really busy months for you in the last period, so hopefully you'll get a well-deserved vacation. And since we are approaching the end of our event, I will invite in front of you the CEO of the Bucharest Stock Exchange, Mr. Adrian Tănase.
Good morning. Yes, I'm very honored to close this event, and yes, it's an event generated by Banca Transilvania. I would say the most successful story of the capital market. It's a company which has proved that the mechanism of capital market might be really helpful. Yes, this is a story coming from a regional bank to become the largest bank in the system, and using all the time the mechanism of capital market. So congratulations. In terms of free float market cap, is still the largest company listed on the stock exchange, even after Hidroelectrica. So hopefully you'll see the values developing here in this side as well. Yeah. Regarding the innovation and what Castello has mentioned, we are very, very happy to see that the green financing channels are developing. This is a very important project for us as well to promote the sustainable financing. We are working with IFC as well to increase the capacity of the market. So we have organized some workshops with the local issuers to increase the capacity of the market for green financing. We have saw the results so far. 1.7 billion euros has been done in green financing, including a sustainability linked bond, and we are hoping that to see more issuers on this side. So thank you very much. I see it's a great partner for us from including this perspective as well. And of course, we are very happy to see new investors, very important investors. This is a very strong signal for us. Very happy to have EIB with the first investment in Romanian securities, and really hope to see more, and I'm very optimistic to see more of this kind of investments. And yes, congratulations BTCP for intermediating this deal, and yes, to see how it evolve into the market, and to see this kind of deal, how it will develop in the secondary market. So congratulations to everybody, and yes, hope to see you soon here with other deals. Thank you very much.
And now I know that we have some journalists in the room, probably very eager to address some questions. So you have a microphone. Please present yourself and ask the question.
Good morning. I'll stand up. Thank you very much. My name is Liviu Popescu. I'm a journalist at Ziarul Financiar. I have a couple of questions regarding the involvement of the Asian Investment Bank in this bond issuance. You mentioned that this is your first project in Romania. Oh, here. Sorry, the first project in Romania, and can you please disclose what was the investment amount in these bond issues?
We have equal investment, both IFC and AIB. We are both 100 million euros into this transaction. You have one more question, I guess.
Yes.
Okay.
What about Hydroelectrica?
We missed it.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good morning, Adina Ardelanu from Financial Intelligence. I would like to address my question to the Banca Transilvania group. Okay. Okay, so I would like to ask you, how do you assess the interest of Romanian investors for green bonds? And also, how do you assess the demand for green financing from Romanian companies? That would be the first question.
I mean, it's very relevant because we are doing all these kind of transactions. It's also important to see how they are being utilized. First of all, in terms of bond investments or this type of, let's say, specialized investments, investors should meet certain criteria. So this is not a because it's it's a high-risk instrument, although I'm sure that the lenders are comfortable with the profile of the borrower and the risk that they assume. But this is not a risk that retail investors should or could assume, not in Romania, neither in other markets. But although this is now the first step, we are doing the listing, we will see how the secondary market will develop. But we know that from several institutional investors locally, including but not limited to pension funds, they show interest. Some of them, like us, banks, we are obliged to have this kind of instruments in our portfolios so that there will be definitely there is interest. The transition is costly. I mean, we are. I don't want to. The subject is so vast. We might be actually remaining until tomorrow's opening here if we discuss. My colleagues, Ruminița, Diana, Ioana, they are much more, let's say, specialized in this. But in Romania, the transition to be successful, there are a lot of things done at the top level, from state institutions, the government, the National Bank of Romania, other authorities, banks. But we also have to invest a lot to the, let's say, public, not public sector, but to the public. We think that ESG to be successful in Romania, the first step is to assure that the social side is solid and they have enough comfort, because it's a costly transition. I mean, making all these investments, adapting yourself to the new technologies, new energies is not very easy for Romanian SMEs, for smaller companies, or costly. I mean, sometimes you can lose, let's say, certain competitive advantages. For a company, especially private sector, it's very difficult to invest just thinking on the long term, because at the end, shareholders, investors, they want to see results at the end of the year, at the end of the next year. And energy transition brings benefits in a very long term. So we see that with PNRR, with Recovery and Resolution program, but also different programs locally or internationally, and also IFIs supported. They try to, let's say, diminish the financial and commercial pain of this transition. It will not be easy. But we see more and more, especially with the fluctuation of energy prices in the last couple of years, or in the last 2 years, the interest is much higher. I think Romania is also positioned very well in terms of producer of energy. Self-sufficiency is very close to be reached. We are going to be the second largest, maybe exporter of energy within Romania. So I'm sure that it will take time. It will be a bit costly, but I think we are on the right track.
Okay, and another question, ESG related. How did you feel in the BT Group, the IPO of Hidroelectrica? I'm interested in if you can give us some figures about new accounts from new investors, and how many were through broker and how many directly through subscription form in the bank. Thank you.
And I will leave Daniela to answer more, but obviously we see any such listing, especially state-owned enterprises, as beneficial to capital markets in terms of volumes, liquidity, number of issuers, but also good governance, bringing good governance and visibility to these sectors. So it was, we have a direct interest being part of the transaction through BT Capital Partners. And what I can tell before leaving the floor to Daniela is that I'm glad that together with the, I guess everybody had a good role, from media to the stock exchange, financial service authority, brokers, public. I'm glad that we managed to prove that we didn't need dual listing.
Coming back to the accounts and the orders we had, so we had more than 12,000 orders coming through BT Capital Partners Banca Transilvania. More than 40% of those were coming through the branches and of Banca Transilvania. Regarding opening the accounts, we're still opening accounts, and it's an ongoing process, I would like to say. We have, from the first day of Hidroelectrica, more than 3,000 requests for accounts, and which are continuing. As you probably know, today started Fidelis, the program initiated by the Minister of Finance, so we see a lot of interest of retail people coming to the market. And we're looking forward to see at the end of the year when Radu is going to announce the numbers of the new investors on the stock exchange.
Yes. If I may, one more question. As well, yes, for Omer Tetik, if I may. So this bond issuance is different from the 1 billion euro program?
No, it's within that program. That's why, also as Daniela was mentioning, it's within our EMTN program that was approved by the shareholders. We try to bring different variety of products within the same program. And the first step, you remember, I guess you also wrote that we listed abroad. So this was our coming back home.
Okay. And the last question, given the current levels of inflation in Romania and that it's cooling down as we see it, but uncertainty on the other side, like deficit side, what are the chances that we can see a dividends payout in the fall from BT?
Without shareholders' approval, I'm not necessarily authorized to mention about dividend payment, but this year, as we also comfortably explained, that with all the volatility fluctuations, we wanted to preserve capital in order to assure business continuity. I mean, we like to grow with our customers, and the real value the bank creates is its impact on the economy and on its customers. So we didn't want to risk it. Things so far turned out to be better than our estimates. Maybe we were over-prudent. But we would like to see this for a while, that no further shocks could be done, because in the last 3-4 years, we passed through a pandemic, we passed through inflation, energy crisis, a war at our doorstep. So, I mean, we should invest both in Romania, but also in Banca Transilvania's next 10, 20, 30 years, next decades, as Marcelo was saying, not just the next quarter results or the, speculative interests.
Okay, thank you.
No more questions? Thank you very much all for your presence here, and hopefully to see you soon on our BVB floor. Thank you so much.